How's it going? This video has nothing to do with my injured leg. In fact, it involves me importantly having two legs to explain the dumb metaphor. You know what? I think I need to explain this at the end of the video. Please enjoy me with two legs in this video, and then I'll get back to you. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? What are the chances while I'm rowing in my jeans with a microphone in front of me that I'd have my camera recording? So I've recently started rowing, unfortunately, because I hurt my back in a way that makes regular running not so great for me. So I tried this stupid rowing thing, and I kind of like it. And this video has nothing to do with rowing. Well, very little to do with rowing. First of all, I've been thinking a lot about how to be creative when a lot of messy shit is happening around the world. Now let me get back to rowing for a second. So there's three parts of rowing, really, when you break it down, and it has to do with your legs, your hips, and your arms. I'm not going to explain how it works because there's a billion videos about how it works. But one thing that I've been thinking a lot about is when I first tried it, my hips didn't work right. When it came to this exercise, there's some part of it where you're leaning back in one phase and leaning forward in another phase. You have to get that motion right for it to work. And when I didn't do it right, my back hurt like hell until I figured that out. When I'm doing creative stuff, when I'm really worried about something going on, sometimes I can't be creative. Whether I'm actively participating in trying to make the change or just freaked out and hiding in my attic. Either way, sometimes I don't have the bandwidth to be creative. But if I do have the bandwidth to be creative, I have both like a lean in and lean out kind of creative activity. This is where this really weak metaphor comes into play, is sometimes it helps to lean into what's going on. Like when the pandemic first hit, I started writing stories about the pandemic. They didn't get published, but it was helpful for me to write about pandemics. Right now, I'm going back to the historical novel I've mentioned on and off over the past 10 or so years I've been doing videos. And it works right now to talk about the complexities of like 1930s United States as compared to now. And so sometimes leaning into what's going on right now to inform my creative stuff, whether directly or indirectly, is great. Other times I need to get the hell out of that space and think about something else. And so my lean out kind of creative activity is I've been working more on my mobile app, making a weather widget on it. And it's just kind of doesn't connect at all to the shit I'm worried about. And that kind of escape from the heavy stuff going on is also awesome. Editor Yuvi here. Of course, I have to chime in about something every video. This time, unlike my last video, my glasses don't look so crooked that it drives me crazy, even though the video quality kind of sucks. But I'm actually here to just talk about, I feel like I'm acting a little too much like I've got this shit figured out, and I don't. Like, sometimes I will work too much on my writing that's a little more like political or societal, and I'm up at night freaking out, worrying about either stuff going on today or brooding about things because I've been too immersed in it. I've been reading too much news or just writing stuff that kind of creeps me out. Sometimes, though, I overly escape, and then I feel kind of like a shithead for not being engaged enough. So it is a struggle to find that balance. I still believe that there is a way to find the balance, but I'm just trying to say that it's not like every week I've got this shit figured out. Take care. Good luck going back into the past me talking. Again, just like kind of all my videos, it's kind of obvious when you think about it, but it's a kind of thing that I had to realize that I don't need to feel guilty if I'm not talking about or writing about or making videos about a thing that I'm worried about, because I'm just not able to bring it to the forefront right now. And sometimes I do need to talk about or write about those things. And either method is okay as long as you like check in with yourself and figure out what you need right now. And what I need right now is to get out of this fucked up, crooked position I'm in because it really hurts. I hope this kind of makes sense. Everything except my inadequate explanation of rowing. Ah! Ow! Don't ever film in that position again. Mental note. So here's the deal. I did that video about a month or so ago, and maybe I got cursed by doing the first video that involved something about a physical exercise, and now I've ruptured my Achilles tendon. Not by rowing, but by learning to play pickleball, which is going to be a whole nother story. Because of the injury and the subsequent surgery and just the healing process, I haven't given my lean in, lean out video as much love as maybe I normally would. The video quality isn't great, and I haven't done so much animation. I didn't mean for that to appear, but I still like the general idea of what I've been saying in that video about lean in and lean out. And now that I've injured myself, I've been thinking that lean in and lean out concept doesn't just apply to the external world and stuff going on there, but the internal struggles and whether you want to lean into those things or pull back, and also how much to lean is kind of relevant as well. So all that's kind of on my mind, but I'm going to release this video about creativity even if it's not as good as I normally would want it to be. At the same time, I'm going to do a subsequent video about pain. Now that I've had this fabulous experience of rupturing my Achilles tendon and trying to figure out how to manage the process of healing, I've been thinking a lot about pain, also as it relates to my chronic migraines. And I'll get back to you soon, but by soon I mean at some slightly slower than usual pace. Take care.